नमो अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरोर्पदम् मन्त्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरोर्कृपाम् ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदा साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं स्मरामि सद्गुरुं तं भजामि। ओम श्री सद्गुरुवे नमः, श्री परम गुरुवे नमः, श्री परात्पर गुरुवे नमः, श्री परमेष्ठ गुरुवे नमः, श्री आदि गुरुवे नमः, श्री गुरुमाताभ्यो नमः। जय गुरु। I am about to start the third verse, recitation, discussion and analysis. The present two armies are arrayed against each other, the Kauravas and the Pandavas, on the opposite ends of the battlefield, and the war is about to begin. These are preliminary positions being taken by the Kaurav Sena. Having seen the presence of the Pandav Sena in sufficient numbers and in a very good formation, led by their commanding officer Drishtadyumna, Duryodhan wonders whether we will be sufficient to fight them, whether we can fight them, etc. There's an element of doubt in his psyche, and he goes to Maharishi Drona and to tell him, look at this, these even though they have a small army, they have appointed Drishtadyumna as their first field officer, commanding officer, Senapati or general, whatever you'd like to call it. And they are now preparing to fight. I wonder what's wrong with them. How do they dare to fight our army, which is so large in numbers and which is full of capable fighters? So that is how the third verse or shlok describes Arjun's, Duryodhan's anxiety, which he conveys to his Guru and Senapati, general, Dronacharya. So Dronacharya is, as we all know, the sanskar or parampara, tradition Sanskar is tradition also in some ways. Tradition means if a particular puja, for example, is done in a particular way, then the tradition would enjoin upon you to continue to do that in that particular way without really realizing what is good or what is bad or what is improvable in the process. So that's what tradition does for you. In this case, Dronacharya being the guru of both Pandavas and Kauravas, and now joining the army of the Kauravas because of tradition. He has always lived on their largesse. He has always survived as a paid employee of Dhritarashtra. So he wants to continue in that manner without realizing that he is supporting evil against good. He does not realize that Krishna is on the side of the Pandavas. Krishna means the truth itself. And thereby Dronacharya seems to have the ability to fight. I won't say ability to fight. Dronacharya has the inclination to fight the Pandavas for the Kauravas. That is what tradition or sanskar, which Dronacharya exemplifies, means. The shlok is, as far as I remember, and it's a very interesting shlok. Pashyaitam panduputranam acharya mahatim chumum. One second, let me fish it out. Yeah. Let me repeat. Pashyaitam panduputranam acharya mahatim chumum vyudham drupadaputrena tava shishyena dhimata. Dhimata means buddhiman, wise. Dhi in Sanskrit is buddhi, brains. Mata means holder, he who holds brains, clever person, wise person. Pashyaitam panduputranam, O Acharya, O teacher. Look at this, the army of the Pandu Putras arrayed against us. It's a large army, all right, but smaller one compared to ours. And the Vyu Rachana, the formation, who will stand where, who will fight in which angle, where will they attack, etc. The Vyudha has been organized by Drupad's son Drishtadyumna, who is also your disciple, your student. That's what the shlok says, that's what the verse says. What does it mean? To understand what it means is, we have to first understand who are the characters involved in this particular shlok. The first character is Duryodhana. Duryodhana is Durbuddhi, evil brain, negative brain. He doesn't like the Pandavas, he doesn't like anything good, he is full of ego, he wants whatever is available for himself only. He won't share it. All these things, all these characteristics of Duryodhana are well known, so I need not go into that. The next character is Dronacharya. Dronacharya is the teacher, the guru for both the Pandavas and the Kauravas. But his inclination is to go with the Kauravas because all along for a very, very long time he has been fed and taken care of by the Kauravas. So he doesn't want to break the tradition of being on their side, even though he knows that they are on the wrong. His putra moh, the concern for his own son's welfare. His own son is Ashwathama. Ashwathama means sansari, a man of the world. He wants the material pleasures and the material from the material world. And Dronacharya traditionally supports this attitude. The third character is Drishtadumna. Drishta means seen, Dumna means glare, or should I say Jyoti, Prakash. So Drishtadumna is the first Jyoti or Prakash that you see when you start your little sadhan, and you have gone ahead and done it for about a month maybe, then this appears, Drishtadumna appears. What does Drishtadumna do? Drishtadumna enthuses you, gives you a little, boost. Are wah, I've just been doing sadhan for about a month and already I am seeing this light. Even though that light is not in a particular shape, size or color or hue, that light is undefinable. You cannot really define what you saw. You did see a light. So that is why in Hindi, Sanyal Mahashay has written Chitra Vichitra, the picture which is a strange picture, because it's undefinable, indefinable. You cannot really describe what you saw. You saw some light. But be that as it may, you see light during your sadhan when you are doing Kriya, which otherwise was a dull blank screen, has now suddenly become alive. And that gives you a boost. Oh my God, wow. Just a few months and I'm already seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. Definitely I will get more to see, more to hear, more exciting experiences. So Drishtadumna being the first general of the army means when Drishtadumna appears on the scene, the sadhak or the tendencies to do sadhan in your body get enthused. They are excited. And that is why he is the Pandav Sena general, Senapati as we call them in Hindi. Now, Drishtadumna was born of a fire, Yagya, Havan, sacrificial fire. What is this? When you do sadhan, you light a fire in your navel. That is what Samanvayu is. Samanvayu is located in the navel. That is the Manipur Chakra. That's the fire, element fire in the 5 elements. Remember, we are talking about the Pandavas as 5 elements. Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu, Kham. Bhumi is earth, Rapo is water, Analo is fire, which we are now talking about, and Vayu is Bhim, and Kham is Yudhishthir. So these are the 5 elements arrayed against the mighty Kaurav army. Drishtadumna is one of their principal. Ye born out of fire. Fire which was, Yagya which was carried out by his father Drupad. Drupad organized this special Yagya Puja to beget a son, because he had only one daughter, Shikhandi, the transvestite. Shikhandi was, in earlier incarnation, she was one of the 3 girls that Bhishma had taken away from Kashiraj and had got married to Chitranga, then Vichitravirya. One of them said, I am already betrothed to somebody, I don't remember the name, so I don't want to get married here. So Bhishma said, okay, then go. So she went, and the other gentleman back in Kashiraj's place rejected her. She said, no, you have been taken away, I have been insulted, you have been insulted, I am not going to marry you. So she came back and she told Bhishma, now that you have caused me this pain, you have to break your vow of being a celibate and marry me. And Bhishma said, that is not possible. I have taken this vow for a very noble purpose. I am not going to break it. So then she curses him, has a fight with him, and she says, I will be responsible for your death. That is the story of Shikhandi. Now Drupad, Shikhandi is born to Drupad. And Drupad is ashamed of Shikhandi because she lost a battle against the Pandavas. The Pandavas were sent by Dronacharya to bring Drupad captive, make him a captive and bring him to Dronacharya to take care of the insult that he had loaded onto Dronacharya. So these are all stories which have all spiritual meaning, but we can't go into so many. So we'll just confine ourselves to what Drishtadumna means. After I have told you how Drishtadumna was born, how Draupadi was born. Drishtadumna was born of a sacrificial fire. What is that sacrificial fire? That sacrificial fire is the sadhan that you do. Pran apan, the gharshan, the friction, creates this fire in your navel, the Manipur chakra. That is element fire is enlivened, glows and grows. And that's when you see Drishtadumna, he appears. Thereafter, Drupad is now happy, he has already got a son. So now he wants the fire to be closed. His purpose has been served. But in the meantime, Draupadi appears from the same fire. Draupadi appears from the same fire means Draupadi is Sushumna nerve, which takes you all the way to the top. Sushumna is where Krishna also lives, because she runs through your kutas all the way up. So she is friends with our friend Krishna, and that is why she herself is called, another name for her is Krishna. Krishna and Krishna, Sakhi and Sakha, friend and girlfriend. So, when he didn't want a girl, so Drupad was a little upset about a next girl being born out of this fire, but he didn't realize what this girl is. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Krishna or Draupadi or Drishtadumna's sister is Sushumna Nadi, entering which will carry you all the way to the top and make you achieve your goals of sadhana. Now, Krishna or Draupadi is also called Yagyaseni, which means she who appears from the Yagya. Yagya is sacrificial fire. That sacrificial fire starts in your navel, and its effects are felt all over the body. You see all sorts of things, you hear all sorts of things, and it ultimately takes you to your goal through Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So these are the characters we are presently discussing. Very soon we will be discussing the other warriors in the Kaurav army, the other warriors in the Pandu army. But for the moment, let us discuss Drishtadumna, the brother of Draupadi and the son of Drupad. Okay, so let us go to that. Pashyaitam Pandu Putranam Acharya Mahatim Chumum Vyuram Drupada Putrena Tavashishyaina Dinatam. Your wise student, disciple, has created this formation to fight against us. So Acharya, I am bringing this to your notice for your action, please. The moment Drishtadumna appears to a sadhak, you and me, he gives you a special feeling. You are new, you do not know how long the journey is, you do not know what are the milestones on the way, but a little something, which is just the first few flashes of light, enthuses you, it gives you a boost. You become happy and you want to continue the sadhana. That is why he is the first commanding officer of sadhana. Duryodhan, Durmati, evil mind, doesn't want any of this to happen. He doesn't want the Pandavas to fight him. He wants to win the battle without even fighting. And he says, we have such a huge array of great warriors, you, Bhishma, Karna, and so on and so forth. And yet these people have the daring to come in battle against us. Acharya, you take care of something. All of this. The next three verses are Duryodhan is now introducing the warriors on the side of the Pandu army and is describing their specialities. Let us see. Atra shura maheshwasa bhimarjun samayudhi yudhano viratascha drupadascha maharatha दृष्टकेतुश्चेकितान काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान् पुरुजित कुंति भोजश्च शव्यश्च नरपुंगव युधामन्युश्च विक्रांत उत्तमौजाश्च वीर्यवान् सौभद्रो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्व एव महारथा. They have others. Drishtadyumna is their commanding officer at the moment, yes, but they have other very powerful fighters, almost as or equivalent to Bhim and Arjun's fighting skills. What are they? Lahiri Mahashay says, Shur, braves, who will not retreat from a fight. What are these braves? He says, they achieve what they resolve to do. Siddhi. Siddhi is achievement. Basically, Siddhi means desireless condition. It doesn't mean, Siddhi doesn't mean if I say X and suddenly X appears. I say Y and Y appears. That is not Siddhi. That is a figment of our imagination. That's not Siddhi. Siddhi is when you become desireless. You don't have any desire for anything. Because what else can you desire? Except for the world? Except for the material pleasures, material objects? What else can you desire? So if you desire these things, then you don't get Siddhi. You don't move up in the sadhana. You get stuck to the world, which is false to start with. My Gurudev used to sing a very beautiful song, which I am sure some of you will know. He probably sang it to me on a number of occasions. I would count almost 100 plus times. Every time he would remind me of it. Bebe dekh mon kiu karonoi miche brahmo bhumandale bhulo na dokhina kali baddho hoye maya jale bebe dekh mon kiu karonoi जार जन्ने मरो भेबे से की তোমার সঙ্গে যাবে সেই প্রেয়সী দেবে ছড়া অমঙ্গল হবে বলে ভেবে দেখ মন কিউ কারণ. It's a long song, there's another stanza, but suffice it to sing up to this. What does it say? Think, nobody in this world is yours. There is a false illusion pervading the entire creation. Your wife, for whom you think throughout your lifetime, and you worry about it and you accumulate wealth and jewelry and house and property and cars and creature comforts, she will be the first one to say, take him away, take him to Nimtala Ghat. Otherwise he'll come and start living like a ghost in my house because of his attachment to me and my children. Bhulona Dokkhina Kali, that's Adya Shakti, don't forget her. Baddho hoye Maya Jale, you are like a spider trapped in its own web. You have forgotten. Even your body is not going to last with you. Even your body is going to be burnt. Your clothes will be taken off. Your jewelry will be taken off. Nobody will go to your Nimtala Ghat with you. Some friends will go, then they will have samosa and chai and, drinking water and shed a few tears. Maybe, nowadays even those tears are not there. And maybe even say a few words, oh, he was a nice person. That's it. You are gone, you are history. As if you never were. So, what are you looking for? Throughout your life, you work and work and work and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. Where does that lead you? It doesn't lead you anywhere. It leaves you nowhere. That's what Kabir also has said. Beautifully he has said. I will sing that song to you also. 2 lines. Jao nuguri kaya tharo kai gun gawa kai jas gawa महल बनाया हंसारे बानी पाया रे हाँ रे जाओ नुगरी kaya. Kaya means body. Nuguri means without guru. In Bengali, nugura, nongra means dirty. That is what it means here also. If you don't have a guru, you are, rejectable. Jao nuguri kaya tharo kai gun gawa. What praises can I sing for you? You don't have anything to be credited with. I don't have any words to praise you because you have no qualities to be praised. Mahal banaya hansare banipa. You created a palace for yourself. I will live here. By the time you created it, it's time for you to go. Reba nipaya. You couldn't stay. Gadi gali cha bharya re mahal mein are haan re. You stuffed your palace with all sorts of creature comforts, cushions, gadas, ballast. So, and you thought, I'm well done, I have done a wonderful job, I am doing a good job, and I shall enjoy my life forever and ever. But, can you? You cannot. Because एक दिन जलेगा काया लकड़ी का संग में अरे हाँ हाँ रे. Because your destination is to lie on a few logs and get burnt. Why are you building this mahal? Where will it lead you? So this is what the saints say. This is what the sages say. Do we believe them? We think these are impractical people. They are disillusioned lot. They don't know anything. I know more. Do you? Think about it. I don't think we know more than the saints. They have done it all, they have been everywhere, they know what is what. They know that these roads all lead to illusion and then disillusionment. So now, let us discuss the various fighters in the Pandav Sena. Duryodhana is pointing them out for the benefit of Dronacharya. He says, all of them are very capable of fighting. All of them are, given special fighting qualities. You can even call them weapons. What are they? Let me go one by one. All of them will not last the battle. Some of them will vanish. What are these? They are sumati. Right thinking. That's the first thing. See, if we are attracted to the material world, if we are attracted to a woman or a man particularly, to the exclusion of the rest of humanity, if we are, very much focused on creating a wonderful dwelling which is not going to be much used, maybe your children will fight after it. Maybe somebody will come and occupy it forcibly. We know Sandesh Khali. You are creating something which is of no real use to you, and you are ignoring your real destination. You are not being made, you are not making yourself ready for that destination. So you need sumati. Mati is buddhi, su means sundar, good. Good brains, good thinking, which will take you in the right direction, not in the wrong direction, which Duryodhana is taking them. Durmati, he is Durmati, this guy is Sumati. So Sumati is the first fighter. Then there is Virat. Virat is the sadhak who is able to see what he wants to see in Kutastha. There comes a stage in sadhan, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, I don't know, depends on the person and varies from person to person. But there comes a stage when Kashi Sarva Prakashika, that is what Kutastha is also called. Whatever you want to see, you will see here. Yesterday I discussed about Agastya Muni and what my Guru Maharaj had told me about my previous life, which came as a surprise that Agastya Muni had written this hundreds of thousands of years ago. Now how is that possible? They had no computers, they had no record of things, it all was here. This is also, Kabir has also described this as Rang Mahal. You are the Raja. Whatever you want, that program will take place in Rang Mahal. You want a musical extravaganza, Tansen will come and sing for you. You want a dance program, some Sitara Devi or somebody will come and dance for you. You want a scholar to tell you some things, that will happen in Kutas. This might sound very strange, but this is very, very, very feasible and it happens to people. Out of nowhere it will come, that knowledge that you desire. So that's Virat. Then you have Drupad. Drupad is the father-in-law of Arjun and rest of the Pandavas, because all of them married Draupadi. What is the meaning of this marriage? The marriage is, Sushumna extends through the various chakras all the way to Krishna and to the Sahasrara. So marriage is, associated closely. Marriage is not like a human marriage. I and my wife. No. It is something which accompanies you. That is what Sushumna is. So Drupad is the father. Drupad is Antaryamitva, Jeev Atma. He's like God. But limited in his vision, limited in his wisdom. So Drupad is a fighter. Drishtaketu is the next one. Drishtaketu means Swaprakash ka anubhav. That means Drishyate ketavah yena. That light which destroys path. How does that do that? Very beautiful, very interesting, very enlightening. You remember in Chandi, the first character is Mahakalika. Brahma was in a state of samadhi. He was, meditating, which he mostly does. At that point of time, he opened his eyes and he saw two monstrous beings coming, and by their mannerisms, he could make out they were going to eat him. Their name was Ketav, and what is the other fellow? Madhu and Ketav. Okay? So Brahma got scared. He saw Vishnu sleeping. So he prayed to the goddess, Yogmaya, another name for Durga, and said, you remove your prabhav, you remove your influence, your Krishna Bhagavan is sleeping, who is going to protect me from these monsters? So Devi listened to him and she removed her sleep influence. These are all leelas. Anyway, so then Vishnu got up and he picked up a fight with Madhu and Ketav, and they kept fighting. Ultimately, he managed to slay them. That is, Ketav is paath. This is what it says. Drishta Ketu Ketava Yena. Drishtasya Ketava Yena. He or something which destroys paath. Lahiri Mahashay defines paath as looking away from the kutastha into the world, towards the world. If you are attracted to the world, that is paath. If you are looking towards your kutastha and inside and moving inside, that is punya. So, this light which is a huge light which you see in your kutastha, prevents you from looking towards the world. That is why it destroys Ketava, the path of looking for the material world, illusory world, where you are going to get trapped. So that is why it is a strong fighter against Duryodhana and his army. Drishyate Ketava Yena, that which destroys Ketav is Drishta Ketu. Okay. Chekitan. Chekitan is Pranab Dhvani. You hear all sorts of nad. As you know, the Pranab has a half moon on its top. This half moon signifies 10 different kinds of sound which are generated inside your body. They are called nad, and you hear them. But nobody else can hear them. They are all inside you. Then there is Kashiraj. Kashiraj is again Kutastha. Kashyate Prakashyate. Kashi Sarva Prakashika. I just told you about Kashi Sarva Prakashika. You can see anything that you want to see. You can know anything that you want to know if you are firmly ensconced in your Kutastha. That is why it is Kashiraj. Purujit is the next person, next warrior. Pauran Jayati iti Purujit, arthat avarod. You need to prevent Puru, those who live inside your body, from acting up. Like eyes will urge you to look at what is happening outside the window when you are doing your sadhana. Your mind will tell you, let's look outside, let us see what is happening. There's a huge sound and there are lots of people walking about, talking and doing blah blah blah. The objective of the Purujit, the warrior, is to prevent your wavering mind and your wavering senses from looking at the world when you are doing sadhana. So, avarod. Otherwise, sadhana cannot take place. You cannot be isolated in a cocoon where no light will reach you, no sound will reach you, no air will reach you. You cannot. You have to live in this world, and you have to still make your mind, isolate your mind from all of these disturbances, attractions, illusions. Kunti Bhoj. We know Kunti. This is Kunti Bhoj. What is Kunti Bhoj? Kunti Bhoj is Dev Aradhan Shakti, the ability to do Aradhana of the Devatas. What is Kunti? Kunti is the ability to invoke the Devatas. Slight difference. So what is this Dev Aradhan Shakti? Anand, joy, bliss. When you are distressed, when you are under all sorts of tensions, you can't do something. When you are at peace, you are blissful, peaceful, that's when you do sadhana. शैव्य, शिव से शैव्य अर्थात जो परम मंगल है, परम मंगल, the best welfare, the greatest welfare is param mangal. What is the welfare? In a worldly way, in a material way, your mangal is when you have tons of wealth, you have a palace-like home, you have a fleet of cars, you have a number of servants, you have a huge garden, well-maintained, manicured, blah, 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 and you have lots of prestige. That, according to a worldly person, is param mangal. Life cannot be better than that. But here, param mangal is, Shiv is param mangal, and the param mangal denotes moksha, salvation. What is salvation? How is salvation approved here? Because Shiv is also called Tripurari. Tripur Ari. Ari means Shatru, enemy. Enemy of three Pur, the three places of living. What are these three places of living? The three places of living are Sthul Sharir, the corporal body, Sukshma Sharir, the ethereal body, and Linga Sharir, or the tag body, as I call it. Shiv destroys all three. As I told you last time during the instruction, during the introduction, when Sanyal Baba's introduction we were reading, we said when somebody dies, only the corporal body is destroyed. The Hindus burn them, cremate them, and the others bury them. But in both the cases, the corporal body only is destroyed. The Sukshma Sharir, or the ethereal body, and the tag body are not destroyed. They live on, they move on, take another body, take another form, and continue. Sometimes these ethereal bodies are seen, they are visible, and that's when we see, oh, I saw a ghost. It's not a ghost, it is a tormented soul who's moving around trying to reach out and get some relief from his entrapment. He's not getting mukti, he's not moving on into the next world. That is our system of Shraddh and Tarpan and all these things. These are the processes. My father-in-law died in 92. About a year later, I saw him in my dream and he said, "You're going out?" I said, "Yes." So my Sala Babu, my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, he said, "Please instruct him to bring me a glass of water, I am thirsty." This means you do Tarpan. Tarpan is a very beautiful process. I didn't know. My Guru Maharaj taught me. It's nothing. And yet it's so attractive to your forefathers. So necessary for your forefathers. So is Shraddha. Okay. So we were talking about Param Mangal. Okay. So what does Shiv do? Shiv destroys all the three. All the three. Otherwise, in the normal course of your living and dying and living and dying, only the corporal body is gone, the Sukshma body or the ethereal body, and the tag body, which carries all your record of previous lives. Otherwise, When you change body, you change the face, you change the place, you change everything. It is difficult to keep track. So that is the tracking device, the ling sharif. That is why I also call it the tag body. Tag means there is a tag attached to the new body and the third body and the fourth body. That tag moves on. Unless and until that tag is removed, you will keep getting rebirth. You will be born again and again and again and again without stop. Shiv destroys this. How does he do it? There are so many things I can tell you. The time is limited, but let me tell you this. Shiv has a trident, a trishul, as his weapon. What is Shiv? Is he a mercenary? Is he a hired assassin? What is he? What does he use the trident for? The trident is for opening the three important nodes which tie you down to the world. These are the three chakras, the Muladhara, the Hriday and the Jivva. This is indicated in the statue of Kali Ma. Those of you who have seen Kali Ma will have seen that she is astride a supine young Shiv. That young Shiv denotes Mahakal, because he does not age like the you and me and everybody else. He does not age. So he is young, always young. So now this Kali is Kal plus E, the energy or the Shakti of Kal. And she is standing on Shiv, because that's where she is based out of. Right? She emanates from Shiv only. His energy, his power, his Shakti has to come from him. So she is based on him. He is the pedestal on which she stands. How does she stand? Please go and look at the next Kali Murti, whichever is available next to your house. You will see. Her leg, one of her legs is on the abdomen of Shiv, the supine Shiv. That abdomen denotes Muladhara chakra, which she says, I will open. The other leg is on the heart of Shiv, Hriday chakra. And she's got her tongue lolling out. That indicates the Jiva chakra. Once these three are opened, the knots, they are the knots. That is why it is chakra. The knots, when they are opened, you get moksha. You get salvation. And who does it? Shiv. By his trishul, trident. One jab of the trishul and off you go. Free forever. The next is Yudhamanyu. The name is Yudhamanyu. He is always having a doubt about sadhana. All of us have. But he continues to do it despite his doubt. That is Yudhamanyu. Bhranti yukta sadhana. Uttam auja. Uttam means the best. Oj means capability, power. He is the worshipper of Adya Shakti. We just talked about Bhulona Dakshina Kali. He is the worshipper of Dakshina Kali. That is Dakshina Kali is Kul Kundalini, which resides in the bottom of your spine in a triangle pointing upwards. If you remember, long time back, family planning, the symbol was an upwards looking triangle, red triangle. Some people use these symbols without really knowing what they mean, and some people know it but cannot express it. So this Uttam Auja is the worshipper of Kul Kundalini, which all sadhaks are, and he fights the Kauravas. as one of their principal warriors. Then there is Saubhadra. Saubhadra is the son of Subhadra, Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu means Sankalpa Siddhi. If he resolves to do something, he will do it. That is what it is. If I resolve to do, say, 5 hours of meditation, I will do it. Then there are Draupadi ke Putra, the sons of Draupadi. As I told you, Draupadi is not a human. Draupadi is your Sushumna light, Sushumna vein, nerve. It goes through all the 5 chakras. All the 5 chakras are 5 elements. These 5 elements produce divine results. Divine Shabda, divine Sparsh, divine Gandha, divine everything. Shabda, Sparsha, Roop, Ras, Gandha. Divine Roop, divine smell, divine sound, so on and so forth. These are the 5 sons of Draupadi. What happens to them? At the end of the battle of the battle of Kurukshetra, Dushashan is lying down with broken thighs somewhere in the wild, and surreptitiously 3 of his followers reach him in the twilight. It's already evening. The Pandavas have gone after the battle between Bhim and Duryodhan. Bhim has broken his thighs and is lying there crying and howling in pain. So 3 people appear. One is Ashwathama, the Sansari, the fellow who is directly craving for the world and this material pleasures. That's Ashwathama. The other one is Kripacharya, and the third one is Kritavarma. And they say, Raja, what can we do for you to make your life comfortable? Don't linger now. Your end has come. Just close your eyes and peacefully leave this world. He said, no, I cannot. You have to kill all the 5 Pandavas. Otherwise I cannot die. So these 3 people go to the camp of the Pandavas, and they intend to surreptitiously move in and kill all the 5 Pandavas because all their tents are identified. The moment they reach there, Drishtadumna, the first fellow, who also was responsible for killing Dronacharya, the father of Ashwathama, is seen. And they have a sword fight. And Drishtadumna is killed by Ashwathama. Ashwathama is worldly intent. My intent to enjoy the world is Ashwathama. Obviously, I will not have any divine people living next to me because I am not interested. So Ashwathama then moves into the tent, and the Pandavas have already been taken away by the Lord, and they are next to some river spending time there. And the sons of 5 sons of Draupadi are living in these 5 tents. Ashwathama slays them all without even looking at their face. And he comes back and reports to Duryodhan, I have killed them all, now go peacefully. So Duryodhan departs. In the meantime, the Pandavas come back and they realize that somebody has slain our children. Draupadi also is upset. And then the story is that they chase Ashwathama, they find him in the Rishi's shelter, and then they have a verbal fight, and the Lord says, Bhim, you punish him. How does Bhim punish him? Why does Bhim have to punish him? Why not one of the others? Bhim has to punish him because Bhim is Pran. Pran, if is still, it will reverse his power. The power of Ashwathama. Sansari power will be reversed, and the worldly attraction will be gone, and he will be more devoted to, what should I say, sadhan and the process of worship. So in the meantime, Arjun has this Ashwatthama fires the Brahmastra to kill the child of Abhimanyu in the womb of Uttara, his wife, widowed wife. And Arjun also fires a Brahmastra to stop this Brahmastra. But the Rishi says this is going to create a destruction of the entire world, so you better recall your. Arjun does, but our friend Ashwatthama does not. So the Lord Krishna then goes to the camp of the Pandavas and enters the womb of Uttara and protects this child, who later on becomes the heir to the Pandav throne after the departure of Yudhishthira and the other 4 brothers for the heavens. Anyway, so the point is, Abhimanyu, Draupadi's sons are these 5 sons who are divine. What are these divine? Divine are Divya Gandh, heavenly smell. Divya Ras, taste. Divya Roop, looks. All these are divine and they are the 5 sons of Draupadi. Then Kundalini Shakti enters the 5 chakras through Draupadi. And that is when these 5 divine items are produced. Divine smell, divine sound, divine root, divine touch, divine smell. Many times, when you are practicing your meditation, sadhana, Kriya Yoga, you get to see many things. You get to hear many things. Sitting in your room with the curtains drawn, lights off, absolutely still, you get to see things, you get to hear things. They are initially helpful because they give you a boost. They make you feel, oh wow, there I am, I have achieved something. But ultimately, they prove to be traps. So you have to give them up. There's a very interesting story which I could tell you, but I think we are out of time. Suffice it to say that you have to get over them. Once I saw, I was in Mandar ashram for about 10 days. Every day, intensive practice of sadhana. And all sorts of these things I saw. My practice was at the end of my stay in Mandar, I would come out and reach a public telephone because mobiles were not there. And I would call up my guru and I would relate to him what I saw, what happened to me, did I have a problem? So I started saying this and he suddenly stopped me. He said, Jano, my sugar has come down from 220 to 180. And it is like, out of the blue, a meteor falling on you. I am talking about what I saw, what I felt, what experiences I had, and he's talking about his sugar, his diabetes. So I said, Baba, I'm telling you about what I saw and you're talking about your sugar. Oh, okay, you want to say more? Go ahead. Now the air has come out of the balloon and I've lost all flow. So I said, maybe when I come to Calcutta we'll talk about it. Yeah, he said, yeah, you do that. So I went to Calcutta about 10 days later and I told him, this is what happened to me and you stopped me in the tracks. You suddenly diverted the subject. Why? He said, my Gurudev used to say, I revert to Bengali automatically, so I'll try with a little effort to stay on to English. He said, my Gurudev used to say that it is very good to hear better than to see. And if nothing happens, that is the best. I said, that does not make sense. It is so infusing, it is so encouraging to see things, hear things. He said, yes, but there is a time limit to that. It is helpful, it is nice, it takes you a little distance, but beyond that it becomes a drag. And then he said in Bengali, this has to be in Bengali because I can't translate. He said, Brahma Vishnu Maheshwarer sthiti hobe jite, thuthur moton fele diye egiye jete hobe. You will achieve the status of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, but even that has to be spit out like a piece of spittle, and you have to move on. I didn't understand that. Now I do. These beautiful warriors of sadhana inside you help you see so many things, lights, shapes. But what is it in your body that sees them? Your eyes? Even if they are closed, they see it here in the screen, inside screen. It goes to your heart and you say, oh wow, what a nice thing I am seeing. And then it goes to your brain and you say, arey wow, this means this, this means this. I will tell my wife, I will tell my guru, and he will praise me, and I am so blessed. It's all your external things, your heart, your mind, your indriyas, they are things to be avoided, but you are encouraging them. So for a time, these are very good things to happen, but beyond the certain point, a certain milestone, these are things that you need to abandon. This was proven to me by Lahiri Mahashay in another incident which we will recall some other day. Today, I think it is time for us to call it a day. It's more than 8 o'clock. And
thank you for this session. It was very encouraging and very encouraging.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Ram Narayana Vasudeva Shri Guru Chaitanya He Atmadeva He Mata Durge Har Vishwanatha Sarve bhavantu sukhinam, sarve santu niramayam, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor mamritam gamaya, आविरावी मही बोलिए प्रेम से गुरु महाराज की जय, परम गुरुदेव की जय, परात्पर गुरुदेव की जय, परमेष्टि गुरुदेव की जय, आदि गुरुदेव की जय, गुरु माता की जय। हर हर महादेव। Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, sir.
Jai Guru. Giri, you see any changes?
What change, sir?
In my flow? Not really.
No, sir, honestly.
Okay. I'll try to be more, or should I say, I shall try to be less viscous next time. Okay.
No, sir. What you do is a service. It's my great privilege.